Good afternoon, Flosstube. My name is Mandy, and welcome to my channel about cross stitch. If you are new here, thank you for pressing play, checking me out, and I hope you'll stick around. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much. I really appreciate each and every one of you. So today is Saturday, April 24th, and yeah. So I do want to say thank you to everybody for all of the comments last week, for the well wishes and, wishing me well for, glad I was back and recovered and everything after having COVID. So greatly appreciate the love for that, and thank you also for the love of my eagles. They are still not on the wall yet. Somebody did request a, seeing what it looks like when it is on the wall. I will share that when I get that. Just haven't had a chance to get the brother-in-law over to properly hang it for me and everything. So, yeah. So I've got all the things today. I've got fully finished objects. I have a new start. I have whips, works in progress. I have a page finish of one of my works in progress. So yeah, we got all the things. Let's go ahead and dive right in, shall we? So the first fully finished object that I have, I decided to kind of think outside of the box a little bit with my framing. The piece that I had it stitched on was not on a normal, I couldn't just grab a 8x10, or I may have been able to do like a 5x7, but I didn't want to just put it in a frame and just, have it framed. Decided I wanted to try a little something different with my finishing rather than, like I said, just frame it or putting it in my journal, which would have been a perfect size for that. But like I said, I wanted to kind of do something a little different. So there's no glass on this. Yeah. So the design is from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. It is from their little ebook that they send out when you sign up with one of their stitch alongs, or even I think even if you just sign up with the newsletter, you get it. So the design is called Early Bird and Cherry Blossoms, and I showed it as a finish last week, I think. And it is stitched on a piece of coloring cotton. It was from a grab bag, so I don't know the color name of it, but it is a little bit of a yellow. I did do a back stitch all the way around the body of the bird. That is not called for, but I went ahead and did it using the same color as the legs. The yellow material and the yellow stitching was just blending in so much. So I think definitely getting the glare of the sun out a little bit makes it pop a little bit. So I could have given it a little bit more margins, I guess, but I don't know. I like it. As Pam from Stitching in the Land of Good Enough, this is good enough, and I love her saying that. I definitely can appreciate that, and this is good enough. So it'll look cute on my little collage, maybe. So that I have on the wall. So this is just a piece of, you can see kind of the textures. It is a piece of paper from the scrapbooking section at Michael's. And so it's a really pale blue. I thought it would look good, kind of like give the, sky effect. And then I just found a piece of trim, like a roll of trim at Michael's, kind of like that twine, I guess you call it. I'm not particularly fond of how it looks. The end's kind of frayed a little bit. Maybe I could have put it a little elsewhere, but like Pam says, good enough. So it is put in a 8x10 frame, just again, something from Michael's. I went earlier this week and picked everything up, and so yeah, cute. Like I said, I wanted to go a little out of the box. So that is that one. Ooh, sorry for bumping the table. If you have been here a while, you would have actually seen this as a fully finished previously. I just thought I'd show it again. The way I had it hung up was not proper. I used one of those little command hooks, and I guess it wasn't a strong enough one, and the frame ended up falling off the wall, and it cracked. And so I just hadn't done anything about actually finding a replacement frame. So again, at Michael's, I finally found. It's pretty much the exact same frame. So again, if you've been here a while, you would have seen the exact same finish. Because of the fact that I already had it mounted on a sticky board, I needed that same exact same size frame. So I just ended up finding pretty much the exact same thing. So it's gonna have, there's my setup. So it's got the glass in it. Again, it's just a frame from Michael, so it's not anything special. There's stitches though. So the piece is Music Wings by Ursula Michael. It is stitched on a piece of 16 count Picture This Plus in Coastal. That's a really good view right there of what that color material looks like. I absolutely adored stitching this piece. I finished it about a year ago, kind of the beginning of lockdown and everything. It was kind of my focus piece for a while, so all called for DMC and all that good stuff. So bad with the glare, but so yeah, now I can actually get it hung up on the wall, and yes, I will make sure to use a better hook of some sort. Alrighty, so might as well jump right into the it's partial haul because I just purchased it an hour ago, and I dove right in and started it. So I've pulled all of the colors out of my master set. I am gonna run to Michael's later because there's a good coupon to get the rest of the flosses for it. And I had I had a huge piece of white Ada in my stash, so I was able to cut that down to the size that I needed. And I started a new Heaven and Earth design. Oh my goodness. Again with the glare. I adore this piece. I love it. Last night was the first time that I had actually seen it, and so then turned around and bought it this morning. This is Mini Midnight Messenger from Ann Stokes. And the colors are just so pretty. I love it. I blame my sister for me starting this. I can already hear her now if she were to hear this. I'm not 100% sure if she watches the videos, honestly. But I can hear her already saying, I got big shoulders, I can take them. So she she sent me a artwork piece from Ann Stokes that she found online, not charted, but she wants to stitch it, so it'd be awesome if we can get that charted for her. I don't remember what Heaven and Earth does about already having an artist, but you know, taking requests on that work, I don't know. I just remember the piece was a dragon with a guitar. Really awesome picture. So when I recognized the artist name, I told her that Heaven and Earth already has her artwork. So I ran a search on, you know, her artwork, and to be able to share with her. And I spied this when I was looking through all of the different available pieces, and love it first sight, I guess. So Mini Midnight Messenger. Stitches is going crazy. The cat. And so yeah, 89 colors, of course. The piece of Ada is, like with margins, is 22 by 27 inches. So taking out 6 inches, because that is a 3-inch border all the way around. So you can tell material, it's rolled up. But and this is on an 11-inch Q-snap. So I like the idea of a mini versus the full size, because if I remember right, the full size piece of this one is bigger than my eagles. One of the artworks we were looking at, the original, like the regular size, was bigger than my eagles, and that would be a blanket at this point. So mini it is. And there's my new start. So just started in the upper left-hand corner, and I don't use gridded material, as you can see. I don't find a need for it. For me, I know a lot of people like gridded fabrics, and more power to you. Do what works for you. Don't listen to other floss tubers. But what I do is, yes, you can see some fabric or some carrying there, but once I get all of the other colors in, you wouldn't even see that. But I like to follow a symbol, and if I can count easily to it without it being, you know, I would definitely say that I stay less than 10 stitches away in any direction. So I don't count that far. So, you know, a couple stitches down, a couple stitches over. So that's not too bad. So it just makes more sense to me to be able to jump a ways a little bit versus, you know, stopping and then rethreading the needle later on once I get closer for 4 more stitches or something. So works for me. I don't do the cross country, extreme cross country or anything like that. But if I can easily get to the next stitch, I'm going to come over to it. So, especially if it means not having to tie off and everything. So that is my new start, and I just love it. Can't wait to get more to it. And if you're, again, returner, you've seen this piece multiple times. I think I'm sharing it pretty much every week. This is my focus piece for the Full Coverage Fanatics Facebook group, 21 in 21. If you are into full coverage pieces, stitching, or if you just enjoy seeing other people stitching them, join the group. Make sure that you are answering the questions, and they were really easy. I think it's just to make sure that you're a cross stitcher, or like I said, into cross stitching, and they'll let you in. So great group, lots of great challenges and whatnot. So but this is my Shooting Star by Carolyn Manning Designs. I'm not doing any editing with the video today, so we'll just hold up the phone like I did with last one. So I adore the colors on this piece. Just I love them. And I think what I love about the piece so much is that full coverage piece without it having the high confetti like a Heaven and Earth, which I've been craving working on a Heaven and Earth piece again lately. Not really sure why. Probably because of getting the eagles done. But I love this piece just because of the pattern that the colors make. It works so well with being able to see a lot of progress without, you know, a lot of color changing in that. So I did get a couple of page finishes. So I think the last time I shared, I had a page finish still on the Q-snap, but I was doing a partial. My cat. Crazy hour. I wanted to do the partial page finish before I pulled it off the Q-snap. So I'm getting close to a finish. Like I said, I'm doing this for the 21 and 21, and so I have like 16,000 stitches of that completed. So I am looking at just under 5,000 stitches left remaining to finish that challenge. So I believe this is going to be a 12 by 12 size, if I remember right, and so you can tell how much I have left. So that is the bottom corner. It won't go any further down past that. So I've turned the corner, and then I'll just have the one more corner to get to, and then I'll be done. So, love the colors. I have been, where'd it go? Excuse my range. I have been using my, a Bags Plus, Floss Buddy Flip, I believe this one is called. I think there's like 45 pockets, but I've skipped a row just because I didn't have that many colors, and it works well for being able to keep all of the colors. One little duplicate there, but yeah. So this one is a London print. Got some of the goodies back there, but so there is a pocket right there. So if you haven't checked these out, Bags Plus on Etsy. And then also Michelle Bendy Stitchy does live sales, and she's been having, I don't think her latest batch has had any of these, but she is a distributor for these here. So check out her D-Stash when she has them. So again, Shooting Star by Carolyn Manning. Love that piece. So the 21 and 21 challenge will get me very close to a finish on the piece. I've got more than 21,000 stitches remaining on this, but not a whole lot. I want to say maybe 22,000 stitches from when I started at the beginning of the year, you know, did the figuring what I had left. I knew I had enough stitches to get to the 21,000, but it's not going to take a whole lot more to do a complete finish on these. So my next work in progress is from the Songbird Garden series, Cottage Garden Samplings, number 9. There's Beauty and Simplicity. So I know Laura says that I need to focus on this one, so, and then I went and started another new piece, so one of these days. But when I worked on this last weekend, it was on a Zoom call with Erin Martini, stitcher for her channel members. And so I'm really working in the gray on the bird, That would be a flower, Mandy. That's a flower. Goodness, I need caffeine apparently. And it's 12:30. But working in the gray on the flower. So I was able to get quite a bit done on that call. So great time spending with some stitchers. And there we go. Yeah. So it's a really light gray material. This is from Fiber on a Whim in Slate, I believe it's called. So yeah, I'd like to finish out all of the gray so then I can be able to just kind of fill in the white where needed and then still have to do the yellow center. So I got a couple other flowers to do there, and we'll have the big bird yet to do. So looking forward to getting to that point. I'm kind of wanting to save the bird till somewhat last. I know there's a couple of other smaller flowers beside that, so maybe I'll start the bird enough so that I can be able to stitch, like be able to count up to do those 3 flowers beside it. But I kind of want to save the bird for last. So, very pretty. And then the last whip that I have to share with you today is, it has been a favorite from a couple of viewers I remember. It's been a while since I've worked on this, and last night after getting my page finish on Shooting Star, I decided I wanted to work on something else, and this one was calling to me. So, Mini Dark Goddess, artwork by Carol Cavalaris, from Heaven and Earth. So, I adore the colors in these pieces. It's funny how I love the colors in... Where'd it go? In, you know, the blues, but then also love the purples as you see in that one, as well as Shooting Star. Like, I like color. I think that's just what it is. I like color. So I am working on page 3. I suddenly don't remember what page and number I'm working on. I want to say it's page 3. Get the material out of the way. So since you saw it last, I really just, last night I focused on filling in color, a couple purples there, and bringing that down. I filled in some of the ninja stitches, I guess, if you will, some of the onesies, twosies over in that area. But yeah, I guess it had been more up in here since I got that page finished, but up in here. So, loving this piece. Again, this is another 16 count white Aida, 2 strands full across. I guess this one seems to be a little bit smaller than the new start, but yeah. Seeing as how I am actually getting so close to finishing Shooting Star, I think I really want to keep continuing to focus on that piece. It'll be exciting to get that one done, especially just so I can get that 21 and 21 finished. I don't want to drag that out the entire year, since especially now that I'm less than 5,000 stitches from getting there. So, just a couple more little pieces to show, things to share, and then we'll be done. So, last Saturday, I got some happy mail that made me, it made my heart fall. So much appreciate this. It was a huge surprise. It was the epitome of happy mail because it was very unexpected. So I already mentioned her, but Laura, Stitching by the Shore, her card making is amazing. This is all handmade. As you can see, the little things on the stars are 3D, not stars, flowers. So the centers of the flowers, little plastic gems. I don't know if this is stamped and she colored it in or if she drew it. I am not really sure, but it is so very pretty and I love it, and such a sweet message. Just wishing me well with recovery and everything, and letting me know she was thinking about me. But not only did she send me a beautiful card, but she sent me a pattern that she said that made her think of me. And it's so pretty. I have had a thing with stitching all the birds lately. Obviously, now that I'm starting another Heaven and Earth that's got 2 owls in it, stitch all the birds. But this is from Cottage Garden Needleworks. It is called Spring Birds. She said the bright colors just made her think of me, which again, we've already talked about. I'm into the colors. So it does call for a handful of classic colorworks. What I'm actually thinking of doing is going through my color and cotton and seeing if I can find something comparable to the colors, or even just switch things up. Because as you can kind of tell from the pictures, the birdhouses are all kind of variegated, the birds. So I think I definitely, I just haven't done it yet, but I do want to actually work on kitting this up pretty soon, and see about getting that started someday. So thank you, Laura. I know I messaged you, and very appreciative. It was a very special gift, and I will enjoy stitching that. Hadn't seen the pattern at all before, and didn't, so she mentioned about, you know, if I had it in my stash or whatever, but hadn't even seen the pattern below before to have had it in my stash. So thank you, really, really appreciate it. And then one last piece of haul. I really haven't done a whole lot of buying lately. I do have, I believe Monday, it should be delivered, but I know I mentioned last week that I had ordered the Sulky pack from Abby Top Knot Stitcher Shop. Why does that always twist my tongue? That's on its way to me. Those were on back order, so that should be here on Monday, and I can share those next week. But I completely forgot about sharing this last week because it was not where I normally keep my haul waiting to be shared. But it is the Lakeside Needlecraft Summer Cross Stitch book. This is from last year. Super nice book. Look how many patterns are in there. Lakeside had released this last year. I had I missed the announcement of like pre-orders or whatever when it was coming out, so I hadn't been able to order it. I remember one time there was a like you can sign up for the notify me when available. I missed it when it was announced, and so I'm in the Lakeside Needlecraft Facebook group, and so as soon as I saw the post saying that they were republishing it again, you can best believe that I hit that purchase now as soon as I could. Super fast shipping. Lakeside is in the UK somewhere, and so from the date that I got the notification of my order being dispatched to when it actually arrived, I couldn't believe how quickly it was. So can't ship anything across the state of Michigan without it getting lost, but hey, let's ship from overseas and it'll be there in no time. So this just has some awesome pieces. I don't really want to do a whole flip through on it just because I want to show patterns, of course. But lots of really cute summery designs. So I am all for the stitching all the smalls right now, and so this is going to be perfect. But last year, Michelle Bendy Stitchy had done an awesome flip through because she's in it, and I don't want to say she did she's in the book, she has one, she did a wonderful flip through of it, so that was where I wanted to, had seen it and wanted to get it, and of course I missed it. But here's her cute design. There we go. Summer Nights. So love it. So I'm gonna have to stitch that up really soon, I think. But this one's really, I mean, there's just this, the thing has 54 designs in it, and so look at that summer cap. That one is from Apple Tree Cross Stitch. Adorable. So really nice book. I like how it's on the, I like the binding style. So. And that is it. That's all I have to share today. So, not really much to share in terms of a life update. It's been a quiet week, which is good. I'm working from home. I don't see returning to the office anytime soon. Michigan extended the, I don't know if it's an order or what it was, but basically the idea of if you can do your job from home rather than working in an office, it needs to be remote. So, which I'm actually quite fine with. I kind of dread having to go back to the office if that's going to be the case. I'm loving working from home. I ordered a new desk, so have yet to get that thing put together, but I think they're changing up some of our computer equipment, and so I kind of don't want to like move that out of the way, get the new desk put into place, to put the computer on, just to turn around and take the computer back to work and, you know, get our other setup. So kind of waiting to see. I don't know, besides that and the fact that, you know, it's been a pain getting the, getting energy back to do anything. So I'm feeling really good. I've had a little bit of a cough, but otherwise I'm really feeling back to normal minus the cough. It was just a slow buildup of getting that energy back after being down for a while. So, but yeah, just want to, send love to all of you, folks, for sharing, you know, the great comments and sending me love and appreciation of my eagles and everything. So love you guys and appreciate you, and I hope you want to have a wonderful stitchy week. This weekend is the 24 hours of cross stitch Facebook group on Jen Lee Quirks and Stitches. I think the group is hashtag 24 hours of cross stitch, something like that. I don't really actively participate. I don't keep track of the hours. A lot of weekends I get a lot of stitching time anyways, so I may even be able to get the 24 hours of stitching in without really tracking it. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this uploaded. I want to get back to that Midnight Messenger piece because I'm excited to get more stitches onto that piece. May even get back to Dark Goddess at some point this weekend because, like I said, I worked on it last night and it was just such a gem to work on again. So keep stitching, everyone. Stay safe. And oh, I do have a little piece of news. Didn't even think about it. I did get my first COVID vaccine this past week. A coworker had shared a location that I was planning on going to at some point anyways of getting an appointment, but she shared a post that they were doing a walk-in clinic. So Monday after work, I went right over there, 25 minutes in and out the door. That includes the 15-minute waiting period. So great process there. Got scheduled for, I think it's May 10th or something. I don't know. It's 3 weeks from this past Monday that I'll be able to get the second dose. Very minimal arm pain, I guess. That night, after having sat on the couch stitching for a while, went to get up, I think, to go to bed, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, that's a little sore. I had a minor headache that evening. Wasn't bad enough to require any Tylenol or anything. I get headaches anyways, so it's hard to say whether the headache was from the vaccine or just me. But like I said, I didn't even need any kind of Tylenol or anything, so no worries there. I'm hearing from others talking about drink a lot of water the day that you're getting your next dose, and so I'm hoping all goes well with that. But I'll be back again before I get that next dose. So, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and stop jabbering now because apparently that's what I'm getting down to. So I hope everyone gets lots of stitching in, and take care. We'll see you guys again next week. Bye-bye.